If you can identify something that people need before they even realize that they need it, then you can make millions, even billions. How do you think that all this innovation came about? Necessity, they say, is the mother of all inventions. And that is why the title of this video says, people don't know what they want until you show them. Now, how do you think that phones came about? People never knew that they actually needed to call someone who is in Germany from US. There will be a need for you to communicate with someone who is not at home to tell him to bring something for you at the office. People didn't know that it was possible for you to stay in contact with your family even when you travel or when you are at work. They didn't know that you can actually communicate with your family on a daily basis or 24/7 even when you are in another continent far from them. And that is what brought about phones. So the person that brought this idea saw this problem. And that problem was a necessity. It needed solution. That was how the idea of phones came up. Now, when phone was introduced, people now was like, okay, so you can actually connect with someone. You could actually communicate with someone from that distance. What? Wow. This feels good. They now understood that all this while, they have actually needed this connection. They've actually needed that kind of connection all this while. But because no one has created it, doesn't mean that no one needed it. Everyone desperately needed it, but no one knew how to solve that problem. But someone stepped in and solved it. Now, after the phone came in, something else happened. Someone actually identified the internet, identified computers and all this stuff. We never knew that we needed internet. We never knew that we needed to do other things with computers and all this stuff. And someone came with those ideas and brought it as a solution. And for you to be able to solve these problems, you first of all need to identify that there is a problem. And when you identify the problem, even though that the people that is having the problem or suffering the problem, sometimes they don't even know that there is actually a problem. So they don't even know that they have a problem. Now, when you help them identify the problem and you help them know that I have a solution to this problem, then they will be willing to give you anything to solve that problem, as long as your solution is reliable and sustainable. After creating computers and everything, it was only through computers that you can go through the internet and all this stuff. Now, someone thought about, how about we incorporate a little bit of this, a little part of this computer stuff and internet stuff in the cell phones. Now, phones had abilities to browse and all this stuff. And it was marvelous. It was sweet. It was nice. Now you can log in and do some things. Now, someone came up with the idea of turning these phones into smartphones, where it's just like in mini computers. There are screen touches and everything. No longer buttons and everything, but screens. Now you can touch on screens. How is that even possible in the first place? That is someone identifying that was a problem. How about we solve it? How about we try to make it in a way that you will not have to carry your PC every single place you go? At least make it more convenient for some people, because there was inconvenience carrying this thing around. At that time, it was so cumbersome and everything. Someone identified there was a problem and it needed a solution. How about we make phones that can browse the internet, that can do almost roughly everything that your PC can do for you? Smartphones came in and they had beautiful screens and everything. And how about calling people every day on phones? Isn't that too costly? Can you even be able to keep up with it? Someone saw a solution and someone also saw a problem, and that is where Facebook and all these other social media platforms came up. I'm just giving you an example of people helping people to identify a problem that they have that they don't even know they had, and bringing solution across. And all these people that bring about all these things that I'm telling you right now, they're all billionaires and all that. Because if you are able to find a solution to problems that people need, problems that people are feeling painful about, then you can control everything. Okay, that is what we mean by people don't know what they want until you show them. Now, why am I sharing all these things to you? How does this relate to you? I know you are not Mark Zuckerberg. There is something you have that other people doesn't have. There is something you can do that most people can't even try. How do you use these things? Try to find ways where you can use your talent, where you can use your skills, where you can use your God-given gifts to solve problems. Don't say, I don't have talent, I don't have skills, There is something, there is always that one thing that you can do better than every other person. There is always that one thing that you know how to do very well. And if there is nothing like that for you that can be monetizable, then try to find a way to acquire one. Try to find a way to learn one. That is why it's possible to learn skills. Try to learn a skill. Try to learn something. Is it services? Some people have skills. Some people have talent. There are goods. Some people have products. Some people have services to render. or to offer. Try to find something that has solution to a particular problem. So if you just can solve that particular problem, then you can make everything. You can make millions. If you know how to grow tomatoes more than every other person and make it sweet and nice, then you can make a whole lot of money out of it. If you know how to sing more than every other person, you can make a whole lot of money out of it. And you will not ask me, how is it that people need my dancing skill and all this stuff? People enjoy these things. It helps people feel good. It helps people feel calm. It helps people laugh. There are so many things. I'm just giving you examples. There are products, there are materials, there are services you can render. There are all sorts of things. There are all sorts of problems that people need. Companies need someone to help them with consulting and all this stuff. Some people need someone to help them write their letters or write their tweets and all this stuff. People need someone to help them monitor or manage some things. Some parents need someone to help them take care of their children and all this stuff. There is always something that people need. There is always also something that people want. Now that is another different category. People need something and also people want something. They might not need something, but they want something. So if you can be able to find either what people need or what people want, then you can make a whole lot of money out of it. So find one problem. Always try to place yourself in a situation where you find problems and try to find solutions and try to find how you come in, where you can place yourself, okay, to solve that problem. If you are doing anything or you're building products or services you want to sell to the rich, try to sell them time, okay? If you want to sell to the rich, try to sell them time. Try to sell them comfort. Try to sell them pleasure, and they will buy. As long as your products or services or skills or talent has to solve that particular problem, they will buy it. People never knew they would want to go on roller coasters and all this stuff. Someone created it. Someone saw it. People never knew they wanted to go skydiving until someone introduced that. That is how everything you see today came about. That is how every single innovation and everything came about. So always try to learn. Always try to ask questions. Always try to make research. Try to place yourself in positions where you can be a solution to a particular problem. If you can do something and you know how to do something better than every other person, you can make a whole lot of income for yourself and you can make a living. What is it that you are good at? What is it that you do better than other people? Is it content creation? Is it reading books? Is it narrating stories? Is it telling stories? Is it anchoring news? Is it dancing, singing and all this stuff? Is it cleaning houses? Is it washing things? Is it making places clean? Is it making places beautiful? Is it making clothes? What is it that you love? What is it that you have so much passion that you can do very well, more than other people? Try to learn how you can solve a problem with that particular skill. And I promise you, you will not regret it. And you will make a whole lot of living for yourself. And that is just what I wanted to tell you today. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Life Lessons with Zeno the Great. And before you head out, please help me confirm if you subscribed already. And if you haven't, please, begging you, subscribe and like and share this video with your friends so that the algorithm can also be able to push out this video to other people that want to see it. Don't forget to stay tuned because we are dropping another episode very soon. See you in that one.